Hello, hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be preparing grilled croaker fish, and these are the ingredients that I'll be using for this recipe, and I'll be listing them in the description box. I've got this seafood and fish seasoning that I'll be using, and also the vegetable stock powder, and then the oil. I've thoroughly cleaned my fish, and I'm going to go ahead to deseed the peppers and then cut up all the other ingredients and place them in the chopper. So this is going to be a coarse blend. I'm not blending this smooth. So it's already chopped up nicely, and as you can see, it's quite coarse, it's rough, and this is how I like it. I'm going to go ahead and transfer this into a bowl, then add the other seasonings to it. And one of the seasonings I'll be using is the seafood and fish seasoning. This seasoning is packed full of herbs and spices. It's got cloves, it's got fennel, white pepper, and I'm also adding the vegetable seasoning powder and also oil. So I'm going to mix this together. As you know, croaker fish is not an oily fish, so I've added oil to make the fish moist, because I don't want this fish to be dry. And if you also notice, I haven't added salt to this sauce, and that's because the seasonings that I use already have salt. I've tasted it and it's banging. It doesn't need any more salt. So I'm going to go ahead to prepare the fish now, and I've already cleaned my fish. Like I said, I've trimmed off the fins and removed the gills, so the fish is ready. I'm scoring the skin of the fish. I'm actually making 3 cuts on each side, and the reason I'm scoring this is so that all the flavor in the marinating sauce can really seep into the fish and flavor it really nicely. But first of all, I'm going to use fresh lemon juice to season the fish. Make sure it goes in through all the cuts and every opening on the fish, and soak in very nicely. And then I'm going to use the marinating sauce to rub onto the fish, and also make sure that it goes in through the cuts and through every opening, because I want this fish to be very flavorsome. So I'm adding fresh sprigs of rosemary. This will give it a very nice aroma. And I've also added more of the marinade on top of the fish, the marinating sauce, and I'm covering this with cling film, and I'm going to leave this to marinate for about an hour, so that everything can really seep into the fish very well. So after an hour, the fish is well marinated. Is there a word like marinated? Yeah, the fish is well marinated. It has marinated very well. And I'm using the oil to baste the wire rack so that the fish doesn't stick to the wire when it's grilling in the oven. And I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees. And I'll be roasting this for 20 minutes on one side. I'll be grilling it for 20 minutes. So while it's in the oven, I'm going to go ahead to prepare the vegetables, because this fish is going to be sitting on a bed of vegetables. And the leafy vegetable I'm using is the Cavalo Nero kale. So it's also called this Tuscany kale. The reason I'm using this is because of the rich green color, and because it holds its shape as well. But you can use any vegetable you prefer for this recipe. And I'm cutting up all the other ingredients. So the red chilies, the red and yellow bell pepper, the red onions, the garlic and ginger, and the white onions. And I'm going to go ahead to fry all this together. So the ginger and garlic is going in. This is going to be a very quick frying, so I'm not frying this for too long because I want all the ingredients to retain their shape. So I'm frying the white onions, and then the bell peppers are going to go in. You can adapt this recipe to your preference and however you like it, just prepare it that way, but this is how I do mine. And adding salt and vegetable stock pot. I'm using it to season the vegetables. I'm also adding the red chilies. I didn't want to fry the red chilies because it chokes me when I fry it. You know, the pepper can be quite hot. So the leafy vegetables have gone in, and I'm going to cook this for 2 minutes. That's because kale is a hard vegetable, so I want it to retain the crunch as well. So I'm just leaving it to fry for 2 minutes, and then I'm adding the onions. The red onions is more for garnishing, and I want it to retain the color and also retain the crunch as well. So I just want this vegetable to be very colorful. So it's ready, and I've turned off the heat. So the fish has been grilling in the oven for 20 minutes, and I'm turning it on the other side, and then adding more of the marinating sauce on top of it, then put it back in the oven to grill for another 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, it's ready. So this fish has actually grilled in the oven for 35 minutes. I don't like grilling my fish for too long in the oven because the longer it stays in the oven, it becomes dry, and I just want this fish to be juicy and succulent. And it's sitting nicely on the bed of vegetables. This is so nice and so appetizing. And you can prepare this fish with this recipe with any fish that you like. And I've also fried some yam as a side to go with the fish, but you can use this fish to use anything to eat this fish, whatever you prefer. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell and give me a thumbs up. Share this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe. Bye.